on sheer cliffs, where a single misstep could prove fatal. Mountain goats press onward, not because they do not know fear, but because millions of years of evolution have turned this very treacherous terrain into its sanctuary. Every step is a calculation. The hard edge of the hoof finds a foothold. The soft pad presses against the rock. Four legs continuously adjust to keep the body balanced on narrow ledges that seem barely large enough to stand on. Behind them, danger may be approaching. And instead of running down to flat ground, it chooses the harder path. Higher, steeper. Here, power does not belong to the fastest. It belongs to the one who knows the rock beneath its feet. But there is a paradox. What protects the mountain goat from predators can also become its most terrifying enemy. Just one loose rock, a slip step, and that perfect evolutionary advantage can disappear in an instant. On the freezing mountainside, every step of the mountain goat is a precise calculation. It does not need flat ground. Its two split hooves open slightly along the rock surface. The soft pad presses down to create traction, and its strong legs keep the body balanced on rock ledges, barely wide enough for a single step. But today, that accuracy is put to the test. Below the mountainside, a gray wolf has appeared. It was not born with legs made for cliffs, but it possesses something else: endurance and perseverance. The wolves began looking for positions to reach higher ground. The mountain goats immediately headed higher up. Every meter of elevation is a safer distance from the predator, but also one step closer to its own limits. Loose gravel slipped from its hooves. The wind grew stronger. The footholds were becoming smaller and smaller. The mother lemur pushed off with her hind legs, leaped across the final gap, and vanished with her infant into the dense foliage. It was only a short distance, but the treacherous terrain made it impossible to reach the prey. In the end, the predator had no way to get any closer. It was forced to give up on its prey. In nature, sometimes the most effective way to survive is not by running faster than the predator. It is by reaching a place where the predator cannot touch you. Amid the damp foliage of the Samburano region, a reddish-brown shadow cautiously makes its way across moss-covered branches. This is a female black lemur. Females are recognized by their brown fur and the white tufts of hair around their ears. On her back, the infant clings tightly as the mother searches for food. She ignores the unripe fruits, selecting only the soft, ripe ones, a precious source of energy in a fiercely competitive forest. But that concentration obscures a movement below. A fossa is silently approaching. Above, the lemur remains unaware of the approaching danger. The fossa is Madagascar's largest native carnivore and one of the most dangerous lemur predators on the island. The fossa stays low, placing each paw onto the rough bark, pulling itself upward almost without disturbing the foliage. Every time the lemur bent down to check a ripe fruit, it moved forward another stretch. Slowly, without a sound. The fossa silently approached its prey. Then it suddenly lunged forward. The lemur immediately turned and ran along the branch, while the infant clung tightly to the fur on its mother's back. The fossa was right behind. Its long tail kept its body balanced, while its semi-retractable claws helped it accelerate on the slip, damp bark. The lemur leaped to the canopy of a native fig tree, Ficus sorosauris, but the fossa also feared the gap. Carrying the extra weight of the infant, the mother lemur could not maintain this race for long. It was forced to change tactics. Instead of continuing to run on the large branches, it turned toward the outermost part of the fig canopy, where the branches grew increasingly slender and shook violently under every step. The lemur's light body still glided through, but the fossa was more than twice as heavy. The mother lemur pushed off with her hind legs, leaped across the final gap, and vanished with her infant into the dense foliage.